On this week's World of Saltwater Fishing, we're at the shallow water mark down in Venice, Louisiana.
Nice, that's a stud. Look at the girth on that sucker there.
We're gonna be chasing down the big bull redfish, catching them on light tackle and artificial lures.
Yep, there he is, nice. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
This is one episode you do not want to miss.
Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing, celebrating 20 years of fishing television excellence. Big fish don't stand a chance.
Venice, Louisiana. You don't come down here for the beaches, the nightlife. You come to the end of the world, as it's commonly called, for one thing, and that is superb fishing, be it inshore, nearshore, or offshore. It is incredible fishing down here. And once again, I found myself back here, but this time I had the shallow water mark with me, a Mako 21 light tackle skiff. And I will be with the son of a legendary guide that I've known for decades, Mike Frenette. His son, Steven, was gonna take the wheel, the shallow water mark, and put us on some giant redfish, which this area is so well known for.
So the giant redfish are starting to get more and more popular. You know, these big bull reds have blown up on the scene in the last, I don't know, I'd say 10 years or so. But what makes it special here is the fact that I believe we catch them all year long. You know, I mean, it's not a seasonal deal. I don't feel like it's migratory. We catch them pretty much all year long as we could get to where they hang out, you know, depending on the weather.
I fished these waters for numerous years, and usually off Venice, Louisiana, the biggest problem you'll face is weather. If you could get any type of decent weather, you'll catch fish. And that was our hope as we left the Redfish Lodge.
Oh, it's gonna be a hot one.
You know it is.
It's gonna be a hot one when you sweat and putting the drinks on the boat.
One thing that I've always appreciated about this area is that when you're running through the channels, the river, these tributaries and sounds, is the remarkable scenery. This is what this place must have looked like 300 years ago. I mean, there's no civilization, barely at all. And it's just amazing to be able to run and just see all this. We came out of one little area, we opened up this very large bay or a sound, and we ran probably a quarter mile, maybe a half mile from that opening, and you could look around, you see mullet jumping, you see menhaden popping at the surface, we're starting to see some slicks, you see birds, and Steven said, let's go into neutral and we'll start here.
Oh yeah, I won't want to eat that thing.
Me too. Boom.
Just bull to the left of me again.
Oh, without cutting something was cutting that mullet there. I saw like a fin sort of thing come up. I don't know if that was a red or not, but.
Oh, come on.
We're fishing basically between 4 feet of water and as deep as one point around 8 feet. You know, Steven took the traditional popping cork with a Storm 360 coastal soft bait at the bottom of it. And I'm a topwater guy. I love to fish topwater lures a ton when I get the opportunity to do so. So I started off with a Rapala skitter walk in a wider, a bone colored. And I figured, here we are early enough. There's a lot of bait fish popping up on the top. I felt that I would have a very good chance of getting one of these fish, or a few of them, on top water.
Nice.
I saw the boiling explosion under it, and what a beautiful sight. Might have to walk around the boat.
Come on around, let me get out the way.
Enjoyable, that's so cool. Oh, there's our beautiful redfish. Look at that.
Nice work, Mr. George.
And that Rapala skitter walk, top water.
Nice work.
We were looking at the colors you said. I said, what color? And you go, well, I don't know, I just like the bone.
Yeah.
So, remember, so we put the bone color on.
They have treble hooks or J hooks?
Trebles.
Treble.
And maybe a net, you think?
Yeah. I'd rather not stick my hand next to it.
I don't want to take you to emergency room.
No. Come on, big girl, get in the net. Ooh. Nice work. Look at that beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Look at that beautiful tail on it too. So heck, we weren't out there very long. We might have been out there 15, 20 minutes. Mr. George saw a couple mullets scurrying on top, threw his topwater plug right in there, and I think he twitched it 3 or 4 times. A nice bull red came up and ate it. Got him in the net, took some pictures, and got him back in the water as quick as we could.
Pretty amazing. All right.
Ready to put him back in the water?
Starting to see some fish pushing.
Let him fight another day. Oh, well, he was ready to go, wasn't he?
George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is proudly brought to you by Penn. Let the battle begin. Mako. You'll find them where the fish are. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Mercury Marine. Go boldly. George will be right back.
Bull redfish are the targets within the estuaries and sounds near Venice, Louisiana. But a trophy class Jack Crevalle tries to steal the show. I'm fishing with Steven Frenette out of the Redfish Lodge of Louisiana.
Yes. Nice. That's what we're looking for.
Now, did you see him pushing, or is that just the
No,
line? Right?
no. I mean, I saw that one a couple of seconds ago. Kind of take off where we were questioning what he was.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not a red.
It's not a red?
It is a Jack Crevalle.
Big Jack?
Big Jack Crevalle.
I will take him anyhow.
Yeah, we will. I saw a yellow tail, not a red one.
Didn't take long into the fight to realize he had a Jack Crevalle and a big Jack.
They're underrated, so to speak, in my eyes. If you're a sport fisherman and you, I don't know, down talk a Jack Crevalle, things aren't going right, my man. They're the strongest, most powerful inland fish, at least in Louisiana waters. Pound for pound, nothing competes with a Jack Crevalle.
I mean, you said a lot of sharks in here too, huh?
Yeah.
That sort of keeps you from grabbing them by the tail
That
in this
definitely
dirty water.
keeps your hands out the water.
Yep. Yeah.
Got him on that one, sir. Nice work.
Look at the size of this Crevalle.
That's a big Jack Crevalle.
Gee.
That's a good Jack Crevalle.
These jacks here run super large. If you want to set forth and have a fish that will challenge your tackle, challenge your skill, your stamina, because it's not going to be a short fight, you need to try those big jacks out.
Beautiful
Hey.
one, too. Beautiful
Did
fish.
his job?
Yes, sir. Let's put them back in the water. Pretty calm this day. It's hard to drift, you know? I mean, we were barely moving all day long. It was definitely hard to cover ground. Just looking for the slicks and setting up in a good spot to where you don't think you're gonna ruin what you just found, you know? I mean, that's essentially the biggest part about it. Once you find something good, don't ruin what you just worked all day to get, you know? They're liking the top
I
water.
got myself a redfish.
They're liking the top water this morning, aren't they? He's got you doing the Mercury 300 back there?
225.
Right. Let me come to you, sir.
All right. Coming your way, sir.
Nice work.
We got another one.
Yes, sir.
And to see a big bull redfish crash a topwater lure like the Rapless Skitterwalk, it's just amazing. It almost startles you.
Nice work, but they need to get bigger than that. I don't think that one's considered a bull.
I'm gonna put these all
Oh, I'll
day.
take them all day for sure. I want his daddy or mama, or that one that just did that.
All right, where's the towel?
They making you drink some water today? I got a couple
Hey,
of
it
them.
feels good to heat.
It feels good. I don't mean to run away from you, but one big one just blew up
Well,
over
go.
here.
That's
See
what
if
you're
I
supposed
can
to be
get it.
doing.
I mean, I guess the big edge that I have is knowing exactly what it sounds like, the bait popping and the noise of a fish exploding. So switching from soft pops to imitate bait to every now and then mixing in a nice big pop to make it seem like fish are exploding or, you know, chewing on some bait. I feel as if that's my edge to, I don't know, the technique that I use or what I'm focusing on when I'm trying to attract some fish. That's what we're looking for. He's swinging around that stump over there.
All right, let me get going here. Get the boat around the stump.
Yeah.
As elementary as working a popping cork with a soft plastic appears, it's the subtleties that really make the big difference, I feel, in catching these fish consistently. And what I noticed with him was it wasn't so much the soft pops and the rest that he was giving that lure. He was just pounding that topwater plug aggressively. He would make a long far cast, it would hit the water, and he would start just chugging that thing, sending a loud sound, water spraying everywhere. And he had the rhythm, and he was starting to get the strikes based on what I thought was a pretty aggressive pattern. See that orange?
Oh yeah, this is a good one.
He's not ready yet.
No,
You know that.
Come up and show your head for us.
Oh,
yeah,
man, look
that's
at the
what we're
size of
looking
that
for. That's what we're looking for. That's a good one.
Hang on.
In the net. Nice work. Now that is what we came to do. Get them in here.
Look at this thing.
Whew.
All right, let's get him out.
That's what we're looking for.
It's an enormo.
That is what we are looking for.
Got on the storm soft plastic
Got on the storm soft
I'm moving
plastic.
this out of the way.
And that, my friend, is what we're looking to do. That's a good one. Nice work. Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me. That is what Louisiana has to offer when it comes to bull redfish.
The old traditional popping cork, soft plastic,
That's
storm bait.
Gives that bait good action, man. That's a pretty fish.
And finding bait is obviously the key. You could see them up on the top, and then sometimes it would stay down, but a big help was the Simrad active imaging sonar. And what this is, it's side scanning sonar, and we would be working in an area where we didn't see the bait come up on the top, and you could see the schools of bait that could be 40, 50, 60 feet off one side of the shallow water mark. Because once you find the bait, the game fish shouldn't be far behind that. So the active imaging sonar was also a big help in us determining where the baits were at when they were not up at the surface. Let's get that brute back in there.
Let's get her back in the water so she could get back to laying some eggs for us.
Just look how her stomach just loaded.
Oh yeah, she is full with bait. All these pogies and mullets swimming around. She has been eating all morning long. It looks like I'd rather not leave my hands in this sharky water. There we go, nice. All right.
George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is brought to you by Simrad. Go with Simrad and go with confidence. Rapala Coastal, another great day. Sufix, always use the best line. ACR, the leader in marine safety electronics. George will be right back.
With the noonday sun upon us, the popping cork bite is really heating up. I'm targeting bull redfish within the estuaries and sounds near Venice, Louisiana with Steven Frenette.
Look at him out there, big red. He wasn't willing to let his buddies get taken, I guess.
No. If anyone's around him, I don't know about it. Uh-oh.
Looks like I'm winning that race. You might have to put on a cork here in a second.
I think I may have to do this.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
What a stud.
Yeah, it is the hardest fight is right when you get to the boat, that last 10 feet stubborn.
Every time. I don't blame him either, though, at the same time.
Another male.
Nice.
Another thing.
That's a big male. Come on up here, my friend. Let me know how far down his throat. Look at all the spots on him.
As the day was progressing, the topwater plug really started to lose its bite. Topwater plugs work best early morning, late afternoon. I did decide to put the topwater plug down and then grab the traditional popping cork with a Storm 360 Coastal. It was fun to watch him catch fish, but it certainly wasn't fun to watch him start catching all the fish. I had to get back in the game.
Let's get him. Oh, I got this part.
You got his tail ready?
Yeah, come on in. Oh, another good fish, Mr. George.
Well, definitely a popping cork in that
Loud
storm
noise,
plastic
huh?
doing it, huh?
So, you know, the old talk about topwaters being good in the evening and the very first thing in the morning. It was about lunchtime, I think, when I caught my first on the popping cork, and things seemed to change. I'm not sure if it was just because the tide had slowed down, the fish weren't as active, so maybe making a little bit more noise was getting them a little more excited or what, but the popping cork surely seemed to shine around lunchtime, that's for sure. Yep, there he is. Nice. Thank you for the point out, Mr. George. Gotta love when you see him eating on something, you put it in there and he takes yours, huh?
Just have to drop it in.
Right? Coming around you, coming underneath you.
Oh, you got him in there fast.
I got him right here fast. What matters, I think he's foul hooked. No, he's in his mouth. It's in his mouth. It was just wrapped around his belly.
And I'm sure you see weather play a factor in how they
Huge
feed and not feed. And
Huge factor.
what about moon phases?
You know, moon phases are correlated to tides. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess I was raised more around tide being an influence.
Sure.
But that being said, the moon controls the tide, so I guess it's all relative.
Moving water.
Exactly. Whether it's coming in or going out, doesn't matter much. Proof of the matter is, it seems as if movement is key, you know? Oh, that's a good one.
Every time I come down here, he goes off another 20 feet.
Yeah. He knows you come and scoop him with that net.
He would be right.
All right to you. He might be a little green still. Nice work. Coming to you, sir.
Ah, that's a brute.
That's a brute. Releasing them big reds, you definitely might have to give them a little bit of your time of day. You know, some might take 15 seconds, some might take a minute. But if you give them the right proper, you know, couple of seconds just to hold them, a high percentage, I'd say 95+% of these fish swim right off and you'll see it. I mean, the second they take off, they go. It's not like they slowly sink to the bottom. I mean, they take back off as if they're ready to go. Come on, big girl. Come back to life for us. You got her, I'm gonna let go.
Yeah, let go. Cool. There.
Cool.
Yeah.
Another one down.
That's like too much work. I'm all slimed out because of that.
Get you cleaned up.
George's Tackle Locker brought to you by King Sailfish, the pioneer of catch and release mounts. Visit kingsailfish.com.
ACR's Rescue Link 400 is a personal locator beacon engineered to withstand some of the harshest elements, especially salt water. There is no subscription required for its use. The buoyant beacon offers global coverage with a minimum of 24 hours of life when it's activated. The distress signal is picked up by satellites, which in turn send the GPS coordinates down to local search and rescue forces. In heavily populated areas, rescue is often less than 45 minutes. With a personal locator beacon, it's essential to physically hold the unit to where its antenna has a clear path to the sky. Note that personal locator beacons are ideal for keeping on one's body or, at the very least, securing to life jackets. They are not a substitute for a boat EPIRB, such as ACR's Global Fix models. Boat EPIRBs are designed to activate either automatically or manually. They have a lifespan of around 48 hours. An EPIRB is your life link and your best insurance should any boating incident or medical emergency occur on the ocean, within large bays and inland waterways, or even in the woods.
Mercury Performance Stats, Venice, Louisiana. Seas calm. Power, Mercury's new V8 4-stroke. Speed 46 miles per hour. Total miles 36. Total fuel burned 11 gallons. George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is brought to you by King Sailfish, the pioneer of catch and release mounts. Visit kingsailfish.com. The Florida Keys and Key West. Come as you are. Papa's Pilar Artesian Crafted Rum. Never a spectator. Starbright, professional grade boat care products.
We're on our way to scoring double-digit bull redfish releases off Venice, Louisiana. I'm fishing with Steven Frenette out of the Redfish Lodge of Louisiana. I saw that one roll,
And bam, there he was. I heard you say, hey, the one was right here. And the second I turned around, your cork hit. And about a second after that, it was gone, you know? I didn't even get a chance to put my bait in there.
should call it sight casting for a giant bull.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Cutting it right.
I'm gonna go grab the net.
Yeah, for sure, I get that right.
I'm gonna go grab the net. Keep an eye on that rig, make sure he ain't gonna go on it.
Here's a float.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Look at that big, good fish there, man. That is a good one.
Nice and easy.
Yep, take your time. What a beautiful fish.
Not quite yet.
Not quite ready yet. Nice, that's a stud. Let's get him in here. Now, look at the girth on that sucker there. Look how fat that fish is.
A mammoth bull redfish, just incredible. We brought it up, took a couple pictures for social media, got this thing right back in the water.
Oh, can you feel that belly?
Yeah.
That's a good one. That is definitely the one we were looking for, huh?
And I would say we did rather good with 10 beautiful redfish and a giant Jack Crevalle. So we turned the shallow water mark back in the direction of the Redfish Lodge.
So Redfish Lodge of Louisiana is sitting in the Venice Marina, down in Venice, Louisiana. It's a family-operated business by my dad and my mom. My dad was one of the first guides down here.
Steven Frenette just gave a great account of himself. What a fun kid to spend the day with, chasing down these big bull redfish, hanging out with Mike at the Redfish Lodge, and of course having Mike put on one of his traditional shrimp boil. This is what makes this place so special, at least for me.
I'd like to thank Mr. George. He and Dad's been shooting shows now for years. I don't know exactly, close to 30 years now. and just the respect they both have for each other goes to show a lot what the fishing world has to offer, at least the good side of it.
I've been here a bunch, and I can guarantee you I'm going to be here a lot in the future because of guys like the Frenettes and just the fishing scene in general. It's one place you have to get out here and experience for yourself. If you'd like to keep up with our fishing adventures, please follow me on Instagram. I'm at George Poveromo. On Facebook, I'm at facebook.com/George.Poveromo. And you can view our episodes at any time on our YouTube channel, George Poveromo TV. We'll see you out on the water.